Another part of this nuanced conversation is, well, if I can't feed wildlife, then why could people feed birds from bird feeders? Well, for one, you're not feeding them. Thank you, Mozart. You're not feeding them by hand, I'm assuming. I would hope not. Feeding birds from bird feeders doesn't alter their behavior or their diet in a way that causes them to become dependent on humans. It also does not alter their migration patterns. I've seen people argue with me about this. So this leads to another point. Why would it be so bad for me to befriend a wild animal? Why would it be so bad for me to feed a wild animal? Unfortunately, in many situations where animals imprint, it alters their behavior significantly. And in some of the animals I've actually worked with, crows, opossums, turkey vultures, it has led them to the point where they no longer can live in the wild on their own and are forced to live in human care for the rest of their lives, all because somebody made a selfish decision. Those selfish decisions being feeding them or attempting to keep them as pets. So then the conversation becomes, what is the best way to care for wildlife? Well, for one, understanding that you're not Snow White. I had a mentor that told me something that really, really sticks with me in the wildlife field, and it's that the second that you think you have a connection with one of these animals, they will humble you. And it's true, because a wild animal is exactly that, a wild animal. Now, our understanding of wildlife is always changing as we continue to learn new information through scientific evidence. Thank you, Mozart. I would love to tell you that I'm this perfect person that has never done anything wrong when it comes to wildlife, and it's not true. I learned a lot of this information when I started working in the wildlife field, and it's part of why I talk about these things online and why I want to teach people about these things online, is in hopes that somebody else gains something from it. Also, I'm always learning new information, and because of that, my opinions on these sorts of things are always changing as I learn new things, which can be scary to say that on the internet, but it's true. I am a changing and evolving person. Let me know your thoughts below. I would love to talk about it in the comments. Mozart says hi. Thanks for sticking with me during the video, sweet girl. Cat kiss? Yeah.